Hi Sam,
Hi.
welcome to Sudeep Audio's converSAtions.
Thank you. Thank you.
We've been wanting to talk to you for a long time, and finally we are here.
Thank you.
So Sam, as the format is, if you could talk to us about how you became a sound engineer, how did you enter this field, what are the turning points in your growing up days that made you decide,
Yeah.
that I want to be that guy.
Yeah. Thank you, Sudeep Audio and Aditya, for giving me this opportunity. Um, yeah, the journey has been really exciting. Let me just go from the beginning. I want to answer it in a few panels of of answers. The first thing is, generally my family has been. I mean, everybody sings in the family. So the starting point is there. My mom, my dad, my uncles, my aunt, everybody, we sing. And when we get together, singing is a part of our get-togethers. And that's one thing. Second thing is every evening in our family, there's the family prayer. And we sing at least 2 or 3 songs every night before we go to bed, before we pray, and then retire for the day. So that singing part actually has a lot of that's really serious,
Influence.
yeah. We take up the instruments, we play, everybody sometimes harmonize. That's the first thing. The second thing is, while we were growing up, my mom, she was gracious enough to gift us with a harmonium when I was studying in my 5th standard. So because she recognized this thing in us, so she wanted to encourage us by doing whatever she can, and we started doing that. I used to accompany her, the family, my brother, my sister. So that's the second thing. The third thing is, even further, as we grew up, especially I think it was the end of the college days, my mom gifted us with a workstation, a Cog Tritonelli.
Wow.
Again, yeah, she has been a great encouragement to me, and I thank you, mom, for that. So we tried things on it, myself and my brother. We would sing, he would criticize me, that could be better, this could be better. So we did a few on and off gigs here and there, and we understood that this is possible with us. I could do this. That's one thing. The next stage came during the college days when I was asked to join the college band. Um, as the vocalist, and there were 4 of us or 5 of us sometimes. And we would go to a college in a festival, and we would participate there just for the sake of participating it. And one time we came back with the laurels, and it happened for 2 or 3 times. So that gave me the boost in my spirit that this is possible with me. So okay, so I'm understanding music. There's a thing of rhythm, pitch, timing. All those things were actually a gift in me. I recognize that. So that is one thing that I would want to tell everybody. If there is a talent that is given to you, I mean, it is a gift.
Hmm.
It is a gift. We recognize it, and then if nothing works for you, at least pursue it. So that's a great starting point for me. I am from Kerala,
Okay.
from Kottayam. I live in a village called Manarkad. I mean, if you go, there's not a village anymore. Yeah, but we had such a setting where these things were encouraged. The church, we had regular dues. So
So in your childhood days, in that time a village,
yeah,
uh, was academics given a lot of importance that no boss, you have to be a doctor or an engineer? I
yeah,
mean, a typical, not a sound engineer, that's a different thing,
yeah,
which people still don't understand.
yeah.
But was that very kind of, music is just like a hobby and it's okay if you sing on Sundays in the church and all, it's okay.
Uh,
But as a career and all, was that also
yes,
a
you raised up a valid point. In my time, uh, singing or music or a career option in sound, it was not a typical thing. I got admission into the engineering field, I mean, engineering stream. I did my engineering in electronics and communication from Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Technology, Kottayam, again, 3 miles away from where I stayed. And I would say pretty much I was doing quite well. So when I looked around in my life, the inventory that I had, I saw this looking at me, music. So the thought dawned on me, why not try that? And yeah, so immediately after my college, I did 2 years of teaching at the college. I was, I studied, and also another place in the town, in a polytechnic. So I kept doing that, but
Back of your mind,
yeah, what next? That question always loomed. So at the end of those 2 years, things happened. My friends, some of them joined the Sound Academy that I later would join, and they came back, telling us about testimonials about how good this could be. They also warned me that this is not a place that you would get a security of the job immediately. It'll take some time for you to settle down. But then left at where I was in my time, on my timeline, I had to take a decision. So I just jumped in,
okay.
to which my mom also had a little skepticism about. But then she also tried to talk me back. But I was like, I mean, if I don't do this, probably I won't get anywhere in my life. That was the question that was bothering me. I did my studies in sound in the academy called Chetna Academy of Recording Engineers.
Okay.
CARE, that's how we are known.
Okay.
And many of us are here from Chetna. And in fact, that is how I came to Mumbai.
Okay.
We know Srijesh, Srijesh
Yes.
Nair. Yeah, I've seen him on your videos also.
Yeah.
So he was the first guy to come from Kerala or Chetna to Mumbai. So he eventually started working in Rajkamal, and he said of a job opportunity, a possible job opportunity there in the Filmix studio. So my course director at that point of time in Chetna, one Mr. Stanley Johnson, I thank him. Sir, you're a great inspiration. And my patron, sir, I would say he's the founder of this institution called Chetna, Father Paul Alangatagaran. We call him Paul Achan. Achan is priest in Malayalam. So Paul Achan also said, why not go? Just so he has been a great inspiration for me. So he said go, and yeah, I packed my bags, landed here in the beginning of 2004, waited for some months. I had my bit of struggles. It was not easy, but finally that opening happened at Rajkamal,
Right.
and yeah, Srijesh, I thank you. Hi Srijesh.
There are a lot of viewers of our channel who
Yeah.
come from small towns,
Mm.
and they want to be like you. They want to kind of work in a studio like Yashraj,
Mhm.
but they don't know about the real struggle that one has to go through.
Correct.
So we shouldn't create great expectations from them,
Yeah.
or for them rather.
Yeah.
That they can just walk in here and get a
Right.
job and start working on a film.
Right. Right.
So what was that struggle period, and what do you remember from that?
So I came here. Those days were really dark for me. The thing that kept me going still was, I looked back at during the training days at the academy, and when I thought about the situation I was currently in, and I'm talking about 2004 beginning when I came to Mumbai, nothing was seeming to work out properly for me. The job that was, that I saw would be mine seemed to be a little far away from me, and it was kind of in the dark. But those dark days actually strengthened me because it gave me the passion to just stick on there, because there's a purpose for you. You're designed for a certain thing. You wait for it. You work for it, and then till the opportune time comes, you keep at it. You keep yourself at it, and yeah, that's all what I did. And I also thank my brother Philip and my sister Nissi. They said, hey, this is something that you alone can do. You alone can do. So stick around. That's what they said. So support from the family is a great thing, and if anybody of you are listening, to this conversation, and if your child, if your son or daughter, if they want to do something in life, just support them. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they'll make mistakes, but just be there to as a cushion to them. I'm not saying you should just approve everything that they do, but just be there around for them. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
So Sam, post Raj Kamal, what was your career graph like?
Yeah.
And what
So
all did you do?
yeah, I started out in Rajkamal as an assistant to Ghosh Babu. Hello, sir. Thank you so much for taking me in. I learned a lot under him. I also was part of that team with Debajit, Changmai, Srijesh, Rahul Karpe, and then it was myself. And I forget one name, Prakashji, Prakash Gupta. You know, he's right now working in Aratna. So he was the man I was assisting in the second room that they had at that point of time. Prakashji, I remember all those good things that you taught me, to be punctual, you know, to take your job seriously, you know, those things. I mean, and I learned quite a lot from him, the discipline that he had. So that was what I learned, or the phase that I went through in Rajkamal. I did the premixes, you know. I'll come to that later. You know,
Sure.
what premixes are now.
Sure.
Basically, the prep work for the final mixes. So that's where we were put in. You know, as engineers working towards the final thing. Ghosh Babu would finally take it up. So we were assigned jobs like that, and that's where I started. And then a time came around where I found an opportunity in Yash Raj. It was an opening, so I contacted Anuj Mathur, my chief here. He was gracious enough to accept me into the team, and I'm here since 2007, and the journey has been really great. I thank you, Anuj, for taking me as part of your team. So it's been wonderful, and during these years at YRF, the freedom we had here is, I mean, usually the mix is not not a one man job. So there was a lot of discussions that we used to have, how to go about it. He would bounce things to me, you know, I would give my whatever, you know, observations I had about the thing, and that's how we grew as, you know, a two-member team. And then we had people come in to help us out. I mean, as of course as our team members, two other guys. So it was like one organism, you know, working towards the mix of a film. So that is the work culture that, you know, we could develop as a team here. See here, Anuj is the main engineer here. So there are two of us who would, you know, help him out with his mixes. The other man here is one Ritaban. He's a new guy here. We had Karan and we had Anandit also here. So how we worked together was, everything that I knew, I made them understand what was going on. So what I inculcated or tried to do it, you know, to do with them was, if for some chance I am not able to come to the studio, I had some emergency, these guys would do exactly what I am doing.
Okay.
So there is no, what do you say, a disparity between the work that is happening. So there are no, what do you say, trade secrets or work secrets, you know, amongst us. So they know what I am doing, and I know what they are doing. So looking at the screen, what they're working, I exactly know what's happening. They exactly know what I'm doing. So in that way, our efficiency also began to increase. Meaning, for a day, we work for about 10 hours. But alone, I was, say, working, maybe I worked for about, say, a reel and a half, with another guy working with the same set of principles that I work. We covered even more. It's the same, you know, working principle. So that's the way we developed in these years. You know, Rajkamal was the beginning, and from 2007 until this point, this is the culture that evolved out of our work, you know, practices here. So I'm quite happy with what's going on right now. Again, not with the feeling that we have gotten there. No, the scope of a lot of improvement, and we are trying to perfect that every day. Yeah.